Do you ever do that thing where they basically there's this thing online where it was like you do this sound and you can test what your ears are.
Oh, yeah,
and kids were stealing that and making it their ringtone. And what happened was that teachers, because they have old ears, couldn't hear phones going on because it was...
That is awesome.
You never heard this?
No.
But I remember when you guys were using it.
Yes.
And then
we were in the
my
house,
younger brother, he would always be like, what's that noise? What is that?
We were turning it up, right? It was on my... and the funny thing is, it says, make sure... Like, I was on my laptop. It says, be careful. Don't turn this up too high because even though you can't hear it, it can blow a speaker.
Holy shit. Wow.
So we would turn it up.
Like, fine.
And then they would come out. It would be Nick and Mark. And they're like, what the hell is this sound? And we're like,
what sound?
It's like,
the lowest one, which is like the highest, that's only my brother who can hear it.
That's
hilarious. We were testing the decibels to see what the age was. Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
But the higher you went, you're able to actually hear it more.
You know what? Is this what people kept, didn't know if they were hearing Yanni or Laurel?
No, but the original intent, apparently the original intent for it was, to not the original intent, but what made it, I guess, popular was people were putting this thing near stores in like Europe to kind of kick kids away from
awesome.
the thing. You know what I mean? So it was almost like a pest control for kids.
They're like, ew, I don't want to hear that, and leave.
What's up, everyone? This is Arnaldo, aka Mad Dog, and this is going to be the real episode 110 of GG's The Mouthful podcast.
110 episodes of goodness, because that's what GG stands for.
Oh, I thought it was goodness gracious. Oh, okay,
yeah, goodness times 2.
That's right.
It's like double D's.
Yeah, okay. We're already starting off
on the wrong side.
On the raunchy side of stuff. Fair enough, though. Double D's.
Thank you.
That voice, of course, is Mr. David Santos, a.k.a. Dream Twister.
Thundercats! Whoa.
And next to him is
That's literally like the new Thundercats. That's
how it feels. That's how
it feels, yeah. The little one, yeah. I hate that damn thing. Anyway, the other voice, of course, is Miss Krista Montanez, a.k.a. Shadow 24/7.
What up?
What is up? Ma'am, I like your blue hair.
I love your blue hair, yes.
I really am digging it.
This is...
And you got the short
going
on?
Nice.
Yeah.
Selfie needs to be posted.
I think
this is a new you.
Yep.
This is...
I expect to see this on your Facebook
Shadow
profile.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you have to start an Instagram, and we need to get images of how the hair grows.
Face.
Yeah.
Because remember, Pixar didn't happen. How are you going to have people on the internet believe that you had the blue hair?
I know.
Exactly.
I mean, I think we're credible sources, but still.
Technology has brought us. Pixar didn't happen.
Pixar didn't happen. Yeah. That's why I post everything I eat, every movie I watch, every time I go to the bathroom. Well, no, I stopped doing that.
I feel like you're saying something to me here.
No, I don't.
Is this an indirect?
No, it's not at all. It's not at all. I do happen to like the pictures that you post of food because that just makes you hungry.
Oh, well, there you go.
Unless they have green stuff.
You are welcome, world.
Thank you.
Well, if this is your first time listening, first off, thank you so much for tuning in. Please first go to goodgame.tech and join the conversation there. That is the premier Facebook group for GG.
The exclusive one. The ones where the awesome people are. Well, the real people are. Actually.
Exactly.
No bots.
And believe it or not, there's not many of us because there's only so many awesome people.
Well, yeah. We don't like just anybody, y'all, like chumba, walk in. No,
exactly.
No.
What the hell is that?
No. We're putting up walls.
We are, yes.
No.
Cyber walls.
Firewalls, if you will. We're gonna get,
and we're letting all the multiplayers pay for it.
Exactly. So. Yeah, that's right. All the multiplayers pay for the wall.
Oh man. No. So please. Also, the podcast is available on YouTube, Google Play, and iTunes. So please like, subscribe, and share to the podcast there. We are going to start with what we always start with, and that is what have we been up to. And this week, I'm going to start because Fuck that shit. Because I said I'm going to start. That's why. No,
Sit down by the campfire
yes.
and let me tell you a story.
Roast the marshmallow and let me spin a tail here. No, realistically, I've actually played a lot of things this week, which is why I'm very excited to talk about it.
Holy crap.
I'll start with the stuff that I've actually completed. First off,
you have time to complete several stuff?
Stuff? Actually, I did. First off, I want to give a shout out to Zib and to Chaos Reaper, and I forgot the other gentleman's name, but we were all playing Monster Hunter, and I finally beat Monster Hunter, the main storyline.
Nice.
When did this happen?
This happened Thursday, I believe, maybe or Wednesday or something like that. And first off, I was having a hell of a time taking on one of these damn monsters. And then once I beat that, we started taking on other ones. And so anyway, it was fun to get back into Monster Hunter.
Is that why he's... Oh, I'm trying to remember. There was one time, and I'm so sorry. Gilberto, I'm so sorry. I know you're listening. You tend to send me invites at the worst possible time.
Yes. I think he mentioned this. He's like, screw that. Well, I ain't gonna send you shit or something like that.
No, dude, I love you like a brother. But the thing, if I'm into a single player game and I know I have very little time, I need to spend that time focusing on it. And because I won't tell you what I was playing when I get to be my turn. But yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm not dissing on you at all. You know that, man. I will go heaven and earth to meet you again and to hang out and stuff like that. But it's just
Fair enough. Yeah,
the games are calling.
They actually, I was starting.
And the wife is calling.
I was actually starting to play a game, and he came in, and they were all, and then I was like, I still haven't beat Monster Hunter, and they're like, well, hell, I think they were playing. What the hell? They were playing something, and they were reporting somebody because they were fucking cheating. So I think it was Overwatch. And they're like, fuck this, let's just go play some Monster Hunter. I'm like, bet, let's do it. You know what I mean? And so we played into the evening, and I was able to complete it. So I wanted to give a shout out. Thanks so much, guys. We'll be playing that again because obviously the game keeps going on even after the story. Yeah. Another game that I played and beat was Rime. Excuse me.
Rime
from
Rime.
From Tequila Works, Tequila Softworks, something like that.
Tequila Sunrise. Yeah.
Tequila
so
Sunrise.
What do you think of it?
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. It's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
And it has maybe minimal technical hiccups, but for the most part it runs very smooth. It's weird. Like sometimes I'm looking at it, man, this is running very buttery. And then other times it's like, no, not so much, And I'm like, it's like you guys have to lock this shit down. You know what I mean? It's clearly
is it like the catacombs of Dark Souls?
No, nowhere near like that. Nowhere near like that. No, and I mean literally
it's more
a hiccup.
like,
you know what I mean? It's like a tiny little hitch that may happen here and there, and it's very few and far between. So, but the storyline. Yeah, you may not even notice it. The storyline is it's pretty interesting. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil it here, but it wasn't what I was expecting. It's very close to. I played this other game called Papo y Yo. Remember when I played that?
Oh, I remember Papo y Yo. Yeah.
So it's very similar to a father-son type thing going on, which is pretty cool.
Papo y Yo, PS3.
PS3. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that was a pretty decent one. But
Papo y Yo.
Rime was pretty good. Graphic, like I said, is really nice, especially the art style that it went to. Cool. Some of the puzzles were a little bit ridiculous, and my one complaint was when you go into some dark caverns, man, it is freaking dark. And I'm like, why can't I see?
Yeah.
I got to turn everything off just so I can see because it's so freaking dark. Other than that,
I mean, did you want them
very
light
cool.
though?
Mm-hmm.
So did you want them light though? You don't want them too late.
What do you mean?
To see, you don't want them too late.
No, I know, but I mean, if I'm in a cavern, give me something to light up the cavern.
That's not realistic.
Yeah, well, of course, torches exist.
It's like
I mean, even Assassin's Creed, their caves are like pitch black, no matter what.
And you go into mysterious caves that somehow have recently lit candles, still burning, that shit just like drives me bonkers.
Yeah, well, I guess fair enough. That's fair enough. Although this is a magical little island we're on, so it's not.
Also,
it's not too much to ask for a one light. But anyway, that's beside the point. The game is pretty good. I'm glad I finished it. Also played Beyond Two Souls. which is the before the most recent one, Detroit Become Human. This was the last Quantic. Yeah, this is the last Quantic Dream game, and it's actually, dude, I gotta say, I really liked it. And the more and more I think about it, I really, really like the game.
I'm surprised.
It has problems, and I recognize the issues.
It didn't review super well.
It didn't.
Either.
Although I would argue that I think people's memories of the review are worse than they actually are. Everybody goes, because everybody says, "Oh man, it didn't review," and I'm like, "But look, it's like a 70 and a Metacritic. It's not horrible, you know. It's not like it's a 5 or you know.
It might not be a $60, at that time, but hey, if I'm getting it for what you get it free,
it was on PS Plus.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So definitely, if you picked it up or if you tagged it, give it a shot. David Cage. I think the problem with David Cage,
the May lineup goes.
Oh yeah, it's still now available now. Yeah, so you'll have it. You have it available till next Wednesday or Tuesday. By Wednesday, I think it's or Tuesday. Whatever,
Tuesday.
One of those days. Yeah, just get it
grab
now.
It now.
Yeah,
otherwise,
And so I think the biggest problem with David Cage is I think he wants to put too much into his games, and that's kind of the theme that I'm hearing from the most recent.
Wait, what do you mean? As far as he wants to be more cinematic, or because I don't feel like the gameplay elements of the games are like a lot, you know.
No, what I mean is the story.
The story.
I'm talking about the story. The story is
trying to be maybe too complex. Kind
of. Yeah, but then sometimes he's not being complex. He's being too.
Because I saw Fahrenheit,
obvious.
and that was like, oh boy.
What is Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit was the precursor. I mean,
before Heavy Rain, it was on PS2.
Oh,
and
yes,
it was,
people did tell me about
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that was.
So there's moments like that here. The saving grace for this game is definitely Ellen Page. She's a great actress to begin with, and she really emotes here exactly what she. And of course, the facial animations. The game looks really good. It is a PS3 game, but it has been up-res, and it looks really, really nice on the PlayStation 4. But what I mean to say is like. Let's just say there's multiple endings in the game because there's always in it. But what I mean to say is it almost looks like it ended 3 times. It's like, oh, so we're coming to the. Oh, wait, no, there's more. And then this like weird turn
so
it takes.
The Last
and
Jedi.
Then, and they,
It's
so
the Last Jedi.
It basically.
I mean, that's David Cage for you.
Yeah, and you're either gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. I like the story that I had with her. And the other problem I think we mentioned before, which I won't get into, and that it's really just. With these type of games, there seems to be a specific path you should take, and yes, there's some paths you can go away from, but they don't feel fully fleshed out, so it kind of just steers you back. Or anyway, so
you don't want your ending to be, and then she died,
and then, which you can do
because you
suck,
exactly. You didn't.
But you literally have to like force it. You know what I mean? You have to just put the controller down. You know, because otherwise, there's no way you're really gonna die.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you know. But no, it's actually pretty good. So I definitely suggest or recommend it. A game that I played, I started.
Wait, you beat this one also?
I did beat this one.
So
Rime,
it's not a very long game.
No, that's 3 down actually because we got Monster Hunter. We got
Rime.
This guy is the wizard. In other words, he is the wizard.
It's like you never left your house all week.
Might as well. I saw you at work. Right, this was the week that you were at work.
I was at work, yeah.
Shit. Wait a minute. What'd you do to your wife? Where's Joanny? Oh no, I saw her.
Oh, you did saw her.
Yeah.
So,
what did you send her doing all this? How did you get all this time?
So what happens is she is currently in school. So and she has it's I can't even tell you the title of the class that she's taking because it's like quantitative
volumetric
analytics. I'm like. I don't know what it is.
Something that an NVIDIA card could probably run.
I know she told me, but I'm like, I don't even want to try.
It's like it's the weirdest thing, and it is. She's working on her master's, so it's very important to her. And when she's doing that, she really can't do anything else. And maybe she's in the living room, maybe she's in the room. She'll be anywhere. She can be anywhere. It doesn't matter. She's not really paying attention because she's on her homework. So I had take the liberty to say, well, if we're not going to watch something together. No, just play a game. so
but still, even when it's by just yourself, you still have a backlog of series or movies. That
True. I do. Which, unfortunately, is kind of a lot of that is hers as well. So it's like I can't start those without her there. So
they all started to make sense.
Makes sense, yeah. So the other game that I started, and I played probably a good 2.5 hours, and I uninstalled it. And that was
also, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I just want to say, also the surprising thing is that you finished 4 games, so far, is the fact that you usually tend to get to the very end and just 2 steps away from watching credits. You're like, I'm good.
I'm out.
I got everything I wanted from the game. I
think God of War is probably the first one where you saw all the credits.
I didn't have a choice. I had to sit there for 45 damn minutes. Those were the worst credits. I mean, don't get me wrong. The music is cool and all that, but
you can fast forward it.
I know, but I don't.
No, you can fast forward it. I didn't find a way to fast forward.
I think you can. Yeah.
You mean fast forward or you skip it?
No, fast forward it.
How?
How do you fast forward?
I think so because
I press all the buttons and except for the X because I thought, okay, if I press X,
you're out. Yeah,
I'm out.
And I don't want to do it.
Something else.
I don't want to do it, and there's just something towards the end that I'm skipping by accident. That's why I let it play. So the game, for the record, 2.5 hours, and I quit. I said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was free. That's right.
Played Mad Max. And
because you got excited about Rage 2 coming, and it's from the same developer.
It is from the same developer, Avalanche Studios. I wanted to give him a shot because everybody was, Mad Max was good.
Remember, it was good when it first came out.
Maybe
now we have a couple.
I don't know. Couple
how old
years
is it?
in.
It's about a year or two.
Yeah,
that's not that.
It was like a PlayStation 7 game. 7.
It's not a bad
to me.
Game,
it was first of all, I can tell that it was an open world game. I can tell that, and you know how generally I am with those. So, but it's one of those things where you got to go over here to do this mission, and then you got to go help this. I'm like, now you're getting me, yeah. And I was a little bit into it because I was like, okay, graphically is not horrible, whatever, but I was like, no, fuck this. So I didn't play much more than the 2.5 hours. I like the fact that they stuck with, because I think originally they were going to have English or non-Australian accents, and I'm glad that they fixed that, because that really, if you've seen any of the Mad Max movies, that's really authentic to the to that particular. It takes place in Australia, for Christ's sake. So, and I kind of dig a post-apocalyptic world where we're past that point. We're all just trying to survive. Whatever happened. But now we're just trying to live through life. And Mad Max is pretty cool that way. But not the game.
Not the game. The movie, yes. The game, not so much.
And then the last game that I have played this week.
Seriously, you really did not leave the house.
That's like, give a break to that PlayStation.
A little game called Banner Saga.
Banner Saga!
I've been wanting to play it.
Yes, I've been dying to. I've like hovered over the X button as I'm looking at it on the menu, going like at least 4 or 5 times. Like, no, I'm not gonna do it. But now I actually started it, and it is, first off, it's very good.
Yeah.
It is not easy.
No.
But it's okay because I've knew that going in. So if I know it going in, I'm okay. But man, it's basically a turn-based strategy game, and so very similar to what is it? Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics, that type of thing.
Nice.
Which one?
No. Yeah,
and
nice.
so that type of scenario where you're kind of on this grid and you're kind of moving your characters around. It's not easy. My problem with it right now, I don't have a problem with the game, but what I'm trying to get is the strategy. Which I'm probably just going to, maybe back up a couple chapters and start over a little bit once I kind of get the strategy. But there's a serious strategy behind it. You know what I mean? And what's funny is it takes, first of all, the map is huge. So I'm like, whoa, how long is this thing going to be? You know what I mean? But what I realize is that there's a story happening on one end of the map, and then at some point it takes you to this other place where these guys are dealing with something, so you're handling over here. And then at some point, there's multiple storylines happening at once. I'm guessing it'll meet up at one point and then continue to whatever. So, but I really I enjoyed it. I like the art style. It's very
reminiscent. Have a very beautiful art style.
Yeah.
It's
like hand-drawn animation is what I say.
Almost like those old fairy tales you always read.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I got from it.
So yeah, so I played that, and I'm still playing. That's really the one I'm playing now. So I don't have any. I just bought 2 games, I should say, but I don't have any intent to start those anytime. I just bought them because I saw them. I was like, fuck it, let me get them now. But I'll get to those eventually. But this one, I'll see this through as far as I can see it, and then
just wait until
you gotta stream them.
I could, I guess. Yeah, I guess, because it's not like anything can be interrupted. So, and then finally I saw a movie. But it's
you still had time. I saw you're playing with forces that you don't know, sir.
I feel like this whole week from like Monday, he's like, you know what? Any plans I have this week out?
This is
out
the
window.
most perfect.
This will be my week.
You should be proud. I think it's not even the game; it's the fact that you have been able to squeeze so much, especially knowing you know, a time-sensitive person.
See, what happens
you have
is
been
I'm
able to compress all these activities into just 1 week. It's like amazing. It's like like packing the perfect bag with everything in it.
Yeah, it honestly.
He packed his suitcase and went straight to
Tetris.
I'm very good at that shit. Let me tell you. But anyway, no, the movie isn't even that great of a movie. I don't know if you've seen the original, the first Jack Reacher. So I saw the second Jack Reacher. I saw the first one before, but I saw the second, which is a sequel to it, and it was okay. It's Jack Reacher. You never saw the first one, you said.
No.
So it's Tom Cruise. It's a Tom Cruise movie, and what he is an ex-major in the military. Doesn't work for the military anymore. He's this weird guy where people call him when they need something done that you can't do in regular channels.
So he's like a
you know what I mean?
Kind of like a mercenary?
Kind of.
Correct, but not in the sense where he's taking people out. Although he will if you have to. But, but not in the sense that, hey, I need you to kill this guy. You know, he's just somebody who, hey, I have a problem, and, you know, this guy needs to fix it. So the storyline in this particular...
Somewhat like a hitman?
No. Well, the storyline in this one, for instance, is this person he's speaking to, who's I think she's a captain in the military. She ends up being charged for something that she didn't do. They strategically put stuff around her so that he can't reach her. So he reach her, get it? So he can't reach her.
That's the name.
So
someone's being funny.
Yeah. So so he obviously he wants to find out what happened because he knows that she wouldn't be guilty for this. Turns out that people are looking to kill her, which is why they're kind of separating her away. And before you know it, they're on the run and whatever. They're just basically trying to clear her name and his in the process as well. The first one was not like that. He wasn't on the run for any reason. But a similar situation, somebody was in trouble. They say, I'm not speaking to anybody. I don't want a lawyer. Just get Jack Reacher. The interesting part about that is Jack Reacher in the first one hated this guy, and only came to see him because he wanted to see him get his just desserts. Yeah. But the reason why this guy called him because he realized the only person that will believe him that this wasn't him will be the guy who hates me the most. So it's pretty cool. It's easily 7. Okay. A solid 7 movie. Good. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like Netflix or anything like that, you can just check it out. But that is all, guys. That is all that I have been
literally
doing.
A mouthful.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Living up to our namesakes. Mr. No. I don't know. Just Shadow, what you been up to?
Oh, boy.
Nothing at all. Mr. No.
So, I've been playing Witcher still. Not as much. I get to Vizima, and that's kind of it right now.
Okay.
So that's like, not even 30 minutes into the game.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I watched Batman Ninja.
Yeah.
I borrowed it from Mad Dog here, and wow.
Yeah, wow.
Pretty freaking crazy.
All I got to say from that is it's like all anime. Without the fan service.
Yes, exactly. Without the fan service. It is it oozes anime.
Yeah, it's like it's one trope after another. I'm just like, what is going on?
It's like, yeah, I guess.
Oh, when Batman get pissed off, he has the hashtag on his hair.
There's one scene which it's the smallest scene. I'm going to spoil it here, but it has nothing to do with the main story. But because he goes to ancient Japan, when he uses his thing that he normally does to the gas bomb to kind of whatever, and then he uses he gets his grapple hook and starts to point upward, and there's no buildings. Like ancient Japan, there's no buildings.
That's literally like in the beginning for anyone wants to know. That's literally like does not mean anything.
But immediately at that point you go, all right, we're in for something weird here.
Yeah. Oh, I told him before he got here that all I got, because I didn't want to spoil, was just that it was stupid good.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I agree.
It's so stupid, but so good.
Yes. And it's serious on top of that. It's not like people aren't dying, No. So it's like, that's so weird.
Is it like, okay, so it doesn't feel like fan fiction or anything like that?
It might get fan fiction written about it.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Because it has...
Not to say that this is like canon or anything like that on the Batman, I'm just saying like there's a certain quality to like amateur fan fiction is what I meant.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, the characters were ridiculous, especially what they look like in feudal Japan.
I heard the Joker was hilarious, ridiculous.
Yes.
You should see Bane.
Okay. Oh my
I was
God,
laughing so hard at that.
I was not expecting it either.
I bet it's something that had to do with
and
sumo,
you know what
if
I've
I
noticed?
had to guess, or something like that.
I noticed the way Poison Ivy looks. I knew where I recognized her. She looks like Poison from Final Fight or Street Fighter.
Poison from
the pink-haired
Street Fighter?
From Final Fight.
Yeah, she was also in Street Fighter.
Back.
She looks like
Poison. That's the look that she's going with? Oh, wow.
Like the hair. Not the outfit, but the hair. I'm like, what is that? Where do I recognize that from?
Oh, wow. No, I didn't even notice that.
Poison.
It is a good movie.
Yeah, I agree. I gotta watch it again. Did you watch it in English? Or
No. Original audio.
Nice.
Original audio. That's
nice. That's
I feel like that's the only way it should be watched. And I tried getting my mom to watch it today.
And to no avail.
No.
That's okay. We'll put it on for her when she comes over.
We had a little one, so we couldn't watch it with the little one around.
Of course she can. This is perfectly... no, maybe you don't want to do it.
No.
For kids.
Yeah, sure.
If you really want to go that route, considering how Batman is.
Yeah.
He doesn't kill people. I mean,
true.
He's Batman.
No, but the villains do.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
So, my last thing is that I was playing Fortnite, but I have a little issue with Fortnite.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, when you play the game, whether on any platform, you make an Epic account.
Okay.
Understandable. And you can link your consoles to that account. So crossplay and all that, which I get. But what I don't like is tell me how I can't use my Xbox with my account.
Oh, because you started your account on PlayStation?
Oh, is it because Sony and Xbox?
I'm like, that's... Talk? I mean, I understand it. Trust me, I understand. But, like, I'm not going to put all my hard-earned just on one console when I want to play with my brother, because that's why I have the Xbox. Or, I mean, I do use my desktop for that, but sometimes I don't want to.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, to be clear, the critique is not because we already know that you can't play
we all
Xbox
know that. It's just
and PlayStation.
Like, at least give me the option to do it.
You're playing on. You have your character which you created on PlayStation.
Yes.
You can use a PC, but when you try to bring your account on Xbox,
it says I can't do it.
Yeah, that's
like
you can even once it comes to mobile for Android,
you can even
do
it
it Android.
Yeah,
you can't do it to freaking Xbox.
I mean, I understand they don't want to play.
I said, I understand the whole crossplay issue, which is understandable, but
part,
I do not want to play a new account when I already have, and I grinded so much on one already.
I agree.
At least let me do that, because right now you're kind of wasting money, because I'm not going to buy another battle pass for a new account when I already have one.
No, I definitely wouldn't.
And that's my issue.
True. And while you say you understand, I don't. Like, I understand cross-play over the
whole
consoles.
cross-play that they don't want it. Like, I understand that.
But this is an Epic specific thing. It shouldn't be blocked either, and that's a shame.
Yeah,
I think I don't know if it's because either Sony or Microsoft, like, they don't want to clash and have Sony complain like, "Hey, why are you letting this person do that?" I'm like, but they're playing on different platforms. Like, you know what's stupid is
fucking
that
Sony, man.
I know.
Play by the rules already.
Like,
this is
why
they're losing.
Let me tell you something which is actually hilarious. When I play my desktop, because you can add people when you're on console to your Epic account, so you can play on your desktop with them. I can add people on Xbox, and I can see people on PlayStation playing, but I can invite them, but they can't join.
That's hilarious.
Do you see?
That's crazy.
That is
like,
hilarious.
Yeah, it's an unnecessary stuff. Just a head explosion.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know.
I know. Like,
it's frustrating. Yeah.
I was so frustrated. Honestly,
I can definitely understand that. It's a ridiculous.
It is.
It's. I mean,
like it makes me not want to play on my Xbox because of that.
Well, I will do the opposite. I will say I will not play. I mean, you have your hours in the Sony account. I know it. I know what you meant, but it's kind of like I realize it's a business. It's, the business side of the reason why you're doing it. But come on, why do you have to? You're already way on top. And the last thing you want to do is just look like the asshole,
It's like nobody plays on all the platforms.
No, and you don't play. You don't lose anything.
If you can't hear it.
Yeah, you don't lose anything by playing, Fortnite with the other people on the other console. If anything, it would be kind of rad to have Team Xbox versus Team Sony. Let's have it on.
I mean,
I've been saying that for a while.
You can still have the console lock. That's fine, but just let me play on my account.
Yeah,
that's all I want.
Don't restrict Epic. That's it. Yeah, I hear.
So it could be just big companies do it or Epic doing it themselves because they don't want any issues.
No, well, I would argue because I think Epic was the one that accidentally, quote unquote, accidentally turned on crossplay
to show how easy it is. I mean, I hope they really get their head around this and do something.
It'll be a great announcement of at E3. Sony at E3 just say.
I know. Why not? The biggest show of the summer.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And also you can change your freaking name.
Oh my god, change your gamer PSN name. Yeah, Jesus.
Well, I would, but mine has history to it.
The name. Yeah. No, I mean, I'll keep my name. Yeah.
Yeah, I
keep my name. So. Mr. Santos, what have you been up to, sir?
Yes. Well, I mean,
we saved the best for last.
Oh, you'll prepare to be disappointed because there's not much over here. I'm scraping the barrel of.
It's okay. Mad Dog should have been last. He had everything.
But he was so excited. He wanted to share it, pour it out there. As opposed to the perfect compact time ways that you did with all the games. I did the complete 180 opposite, and I wasted time because right now I'm in a crisis of I don't know what to play next after God of War. Oh, wow. It's like I have that feeling when you play a really epic game, and then suddenly you're like, okay, what's the next thing I want to tackle? I want something. Like I already did the mindless stuff that didn't last to me that long when I played Dragon Crown last week.
Start The Witcher.
Well, it's funny you mentioned I started The Witcher.
Yay. What were we playing on PC?
Well, where are the fireworks? We need the sparklers.
Wait, before you disappoint me.
Before you start clapping, let me explain how it actually went. Before The Witcher, I was destined to go back to XCOM 2.
Okay.
And XCOM 2, for those who don't know, it's like the Valkyries on God of War. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the level of difficulty of XCOM, except that XCOM does it throughout the whole game. You can literally play 20 hours on that, and a bad decision can fuck up your game completely. That's not fair. If you're good, you should be able to recover yourself from it.
Fire Emblem was like that too.
Well,
a bit.
Yeah, but
the old games were permadeath for you.
Right, and that's the issue that I have with the first XCOM that I played. It was difficult, but it had a good ramp up. It didn't feel like impossible. Over here, you feel like. The XCOM 2, and this is good to mention because not to get ahead of the news, but this is going to be one of the games that's going to be free for PlayStation this month. Mm-hmm. And people are gonna be curious about it, and you should tag it because
I want to get my hands on.
It's a great game. It's a great game. I mean, I would not try it for nothing, but again, playing the normal difficulty is just way too hard.
Yeah,
just way too hard. So, I think on the second mission I got destroyed because, and I was like, "Fuck this shit." Uninstalled it. And when it's like, what do I have to do here?
Well, those strategic games are hard. Those bots are really on you.
The problem with XCOM 2 is, like I said, it starts you out at a disadvantage, and yes, you're building it little by little, but the aliens are also ramping up, and on top of that, it has one of my least favorite things with games, which is when you have a particular time limit, And without spoiling, too much, let's say there is a gameplay mechanic where the clock starts almost ticking down as you're doing missions and stuff like that, and you either interrupt what you're doing to handle that to try to reset the clock, or if you miss it, you can find yourself in a very bad time. It's not game over immediately, but now you have to handle it, or game over for real. Bad ending. So, but man, other than that, it's such a great game, especially with the.
Other than the fact
that it's impossible. I like everything else that it does. It does so well, like character creations. Like I created a character that is my Mad Dog. I created my Shadow, which is my Demolition. Actually, I didn't pick that. That's what she picked. So she went with that.
You're not the first. Someone who I also play with put me in it, and then like most of the friends that he plays with. And so far, we've been doing good. We've been doing really good.
I need to. I've been literally watching YouTube videos on how to learn to play, because original XCOM was my game of the year when it came out. I think it was 2012. I want to say
something like that. Yeah.
It was so fun. I had such a great time with it. That's another game that you got to the end and you were like,
Yeah,
I don't want to do this mission.
To be fair, I tried it a few times, and I was at the end mission, and it was just like, okay,
it was a bitch.
The end mission was a bitch, and I was like, all right, I know this is the end mission, so.
Well, this game feels like it starts down, just from there, and then it gets progressively worse. So anyway, all of this to say that I quit, uninstalled it, and what's next? Okay, well. That's when I texted you. That's when I texted. I texted you. I said, I think it's time. That's all I said. And you LOL, but I'm not sure if you knew what I meant. But that's what
I think he had a hint.
I put The Witcher for the first time. PS4, it was already patched, or actually that's not. You just needed to get one little patch, so it was okay. And I started playing it. Man.
It's not God of War.
Let me tell you. All right. So hold on. So I realized this game got a shit ton of awards. This game is like high on the list of probably one of the best games of all time. And I heard it. I'm not disputing that whatsoever. But it's just that the game it feels like. First of all, the movement, I'm not very comfortable with the movement. It feels a little too floaty, and it has and I realize this is going to sound, like heresy, but there's a level of jankiness that is just that I'm not able to pass, for some reason. It feels, I don't know if it's, I played on PlayStation.
That's understandable.
But I don't know if maybe, I don't know if something that I could get fixed, like, let me play on the PC, 60 frame or whatever the frame. But I don't think that's something that will fix. I wanted to play it on the big screen. I know that, and yeah, but I think I got to. I don't know. Vizima is what, the town, the first town that you get.
That's literally like Act 1 of the game. Before that, you're playing like the prologue.
Okay, no. So I think I suck in the prologue.
White Orchard is the
White Orchard, yeah, and then you get to the part where you have to kill the
Griffin.
Beat the Griffin.
Once you beat the Griffin, you're out of the prologue.
Okay, so I was about to go kill the Griffin, and I was like, Yeah,
honestly,
this is not the for me right now.
In my opinion, just keep playing.
I have to.
Just keep playing. I have to. This is a game that because I know it's been what, a year or two since it's been
more. Actually, I think it's more like what?
I think it's 3.
3? Oh, okay. Yeah. I even played Gwent. I did the Gwent with the first guy that you meet. Challenge you to it, and I did that, and I won. I don't know how because I didn't remember any of the rules.
I would suggest just keep it, because I know coming from a game where it's over the shoulder camera to one that's like far away, aerial.
I think it's been a while. Like it's been out a while, and for its time when it came out, it was like, I mean, realistically, take that and put it next to Fallout 4, and Fallout 4 looks.
But we're talking about 3 years, and this game holds up very well in the graphics department. There's no issue whatsoever in the graphics department.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, I don't.
This game looks better than a lot of.
Trust me, if you really want to know, like I played it before and I had to restart it, and trust me, Geralt's voice threw me off. I'm like, why is it so raspy?
Yeah, it's
like, because it's been so long since I played it. I'm like, it threw me off, and trust me, the whole gameplay threw me off from playing, God of War. But I'm gonna continue playing it because I do like the game. So I played it. I played
the second one, and I remember feeling like that. At first, it was like, oh man, I don't know. This control is kind of funny.
It's also very European.
Yeah,
RPG. So it
definitely
already has a different feel. Which yes, I had to get past, but. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know at what point I started just realizing that this is all I wanted to do. I know it was in for a little. I mean, I put hundreds of hours in it, so it was in for a little bit where I realized, damn, I'm really just like burning daylight on this, But it's okay. Like I said, I still think you're never gonna freaking play it. So.
I do want to mention though.
I wanna play it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What threw me off the most, since I have the complete edition, they changed the inventory a bit.
Oh yeah. From the very first time. But for the better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. But it threw me off at first because I'm like, I remember this being different, but now as I'm playing it, I'm like, oh, I see why.
Oh yeah, I was the same way because the Blood and Wine expansion came out almost a year after, and when I went back, I was like, where the hell is everything? I was like, I couldn't find my way.
But
around.
It's understandable.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes it all nice and clean.
Yeah, so perhaps there will be a time for it. I'm not writing it out just yet because it has happened that some of the games that at first glance I have written out, and then there's one, I will play at one time. That was Awful Centauri, a really old PC game. Anyway, it was that, and it became like my instant classic favorite. Like it was awesome. So, and I'm always open to that, but. I've given it several tries, several jumps, and
you gotta muscle through it right now.
In short, it's too big of a game to have a couple hours define it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I get it. If you're not hooked in a couple hours, you're not hooked in a couple hours. But it's not, and it's not bad. The beginning. It's just takes some getting used to.
It's better. I mean,
it has a shitload of systems, a shitload of stuff you can do. So it's understandable.
It's the better of it of the Witcher openings that I remember because I also played the very first Witcher, and that game was kind of slow. So anyway,
hence why I still haven't beaten it
yet. That's not the worst part of the journey, though.
Okay.
Oh no.
So I reinstalled XCOM 2 again. I can't help it.
This whole segment,
it's coming out for free. Let me just put it in.
Listen, you guys have your healthy amount of gaming. I'm just trying to extend my portion so that I have something to say, because I watch 0 movies, so don't expect me to talk about any movies. I was gonna say,
fine. Just say, hey, I read a book.
I started XCOM 2 again, and this time I put it on rookie difficulty.
Baby ass mode.
baby mode.
No harm because in that, honestly.
Here's the thing, and I was reading because I needed to know, why is this game so damn hard from the get go, So I started reading articles, interviews of when it came out, and the developers actually are, they say that at first when they were developing the game and they were testing it, people were and they had the normal difficulty normal, which I have to imagine like baby mode maybe was normal or something. I don't know. That's certainly how it feels. People were like, oh, no, this is good, but it feels a little too easy. And they were afraid of that. But I feel like, okay, but you gave it to testers that are like probably like masters at, XCOM. You didn't give it to the regular, to the masses or to someone that is not a XCOM super fan, probably. Mm-hmm. You gave it to someone that already knew heads or tail everything about strategy, and that led you to create a game that is very hard. And they realized that, yeah, we probably turned it very hard. And then we realized, oh shit, by the time it was shipping, it was. And I don't understand why they say this, because they were like, well, it was too late because it's already shipping. Yeah, but you can patch that shit, You can patch stuff like that. And they have, and they did not. And I mean, I realize it's not like it's impossible or anything like that. And haha, go ahead and make all your get good jokes. I'm trying to. I am watching YouTube videos to learn how to play this game. I don't even care if it spoils portions of the story. I realize this is a very good. This is a series that I really like, or at least I love the first one, and I want to give it a try because it has some cool stuff. Like what I was gonna say, they added they added to where your teammates, which that you could actually create people that and have them. They could, as they fight missions together, they could develop like bonding relationships. Mm-hmm. So it'll be awesome if suddenly we have, I got Mad Dog and Shadow, and they're like the Death Squad. and if that wasn't enough, it lets you, at the end of the mission where you succeed, it lets you take like winning poses. Mm-hmm. Like it has a photo mode that lets you create posters.
Oh, yeah, I got a lot of pictures.
Really cool posters. And those and those posters, it will eventually appear in game, when you're playing. So you can create like, aliens, creating the wall for whatever. You can create whatever you like, or whatever meme you like, with your characters in poses and make and create those. And so they have added a lot of things that are really, really, really nice, especially with this expansion, because this one has the expansion. So, but now the problem is that even though I'm beating some missions, and this is just me, all right, I realize that I feel like I have a problem with baby mode, with knowing that that I'm playing an XCOM game on baby mode.
So you want
I'm gonna stop calling it baby mode. It's actually rookie.
You want to raise it?
No, I want to start again with normal. Yeah. Because so I have a.
Like I said, it's not.
Once again, we're back to the point where this has become a pointless segment.
It is. Let's just wrap it up.
Entire circle here, because
I believe I told you.
It's hilarious. Though.
He's gone in circles now.
I believe I told you, and I texted you. You do have this. Every time I start playing XCOM 2, I hate myself a little. It's because I can't stop. I keep coming back. It's like
it's like a Dark Souls all over again.
Spouse that I left, and I can't. And now I want to come back because
it's fair enough. I mean, that obviously that's a mark of a good game. So in a way,
yeah, in a way, yeah.
You always get the whip
or
crack on you.
Person,
it's my Moby Dick.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Every time he plays XCOM.
Ahab,
yes.
Mr. Ahab.
Yeah, that's my Ahab. Yeah.
No, you're Ahab.
I'm Ahab. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, the game is the dick.
The game's the one whipping you right now.
Oh man! All right. All right, guys, we're back, and we're going to get into some news items.
The news to abuse. That's what we're calling the.
That's right. It's the news to abuse.
Yes. That's right. That's what we're calling.
We're getting into our news to abuse. I gotta change.
That's horrible. Actually,
I gotta change that in. You think so?
Yeah.
Bad triggers.
Abusive news.
Abuse. Abuse. Well, that's even worse.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
Let's just call it news.
We're gonna. Yeah. We'll put a pin in that, and we'll come back to it.
The G news.
The news that sucker punches you.
That's a mouthful.
Well done, sir. First piece of news here is a big one, a very big one. Everyone who has a Switch, well,
big fat one.
Almost everyone, most people who have a Switch have been waiting for. At least we think so. Pokemon Let's Go has been shown off. There was a trailer. Is
that what they're calling it?
Pokemon Let's Go?
Let's go?
Yes.
So...
You know what's funny?
So Pokemon Go, and for those that haven't gone, it's like, okay, Pokemon, let's go.
We'll probably mention, but there's two different games, just like the main games, you know.
Yeah. So this is first off, this is sort of a remake of Pokemon Yellow. If anybody's familiar with the Pokemon, was it Red and Blue, and then they had the Pikachu one, which was yellow. So this is very, very similar to that one. This is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. So you'll have two games.
That's hard to
that
choose.
You can you can't, obviously you're not going to have Eevee in the Pikachu one. So you got to choose.
Oh, that's some bullshit right there, Nintendo. How dare you? Oh, wait a minute, you've been doing this since the beginning.
But that's why they're the trading was even allowed.
Yeah. That's right.
That's why you trade.
Correct. One of the aspects. So basically, this is essentially what it is. It's like I said, it's a remake of Pokemon Yellow. It is a 3D game. It will have the original 151 Pokemon. This takes place in the in the Kanto region. Excuse me. If you're familiar with the Pokemon, you know what that is. Game will of course be available for $59.99. Each. It will launch on November 16th. The main differences, of course, is between the two games. It's the Pikachu and Eevee, and yes, you can dress them up if you want to.
My goodness.
Huh?
I said, "Oh my goodness."
Yes. Can you evolve Pikachu or Eevee? Unfortunately, not. You'll keep them as they are the whole time. You will be able to trade Pokemon in Let's Go. The one major change in the game is in the original Pokemon, you fight Pokemon in the wild, and when you beat them, you can try to capture them. Here, there is no fighting in the wild. You're basically your character in the game is playing like you walking around playing Pokemon Go.
So
only you're actually real life, or in the game.
Back into their homes to play Pokemon Go.
To play Pokemon Go, yes.
Where's that opportunity? I would have been able to put the two games to work, together.
Like funny you should say that. Yeah. There is actually a little connection. If you have Pokemon Go, you can transfer all your captured Pokemon into the Pokedex and actually have them in the game.
And vice versa, right? If I remember.
I didn't see the vice versa.
You can give something from the Switch to your phone. Like you can send it.
I did not see that. I
don't know what though.
Yeah, I did not see that. It's not on this thing here, but it's possible.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the trailer.
There will be breeding. There will be no breeding, excuse me, and no eggs. Let's see what else we have here.
I know they're trying to make it family friendly.
They are, yes. They're a little over.
Wait, Pokemon is now family friendly?
I was going to say
what?
I thought it was already pretty family friendly. But,
it was a joke.
After they got banned in Australia,
because you're catching too many kangaroos. That's why.
Yeah. Of course, that does pose an interesting thing for anybody who already captured all 151 Pokemon in Pokemon Go. The moment you transfer it, you've pretty much beat the game because you have everything ready.
I think it's more like you could have it on the Pokédex, but that doesn't mean you own them.
No. You actually have they become part of your inventory in the game. Mm-hmm. So if you capture them in Pokemon Go, you can use them in the game because you already captured them.
But wait. Would that mean that your Pokemon can level up in the game? Mm-hmm. And then you can transfer them back to your phone. So
like I said, I have not seen the Pokemon transfer back to the phone.
Because if you can do that, then that would help you fight them gym battles.
Perhaps.
I don't think it's that because
I haven't seen anything about transferring.
Because I feel like they would have announced that level of integration.
What I do want to announce that I know you didn't is that you can play 2 players on it.
Yes.
One capture, and they have a Joy-Con that comes out with which is an actual Pokeball.
Yep, the Pokeball and it lights Plus. And it will have the ability to take Pokeball Plus ability to take your Pokemon with you where you go.
Can we have
there you go. With the Pokeball Plus, you can transfer it between the mobile and the Switch games. So, but you do require the Pokeball Plus.
Honestly, I would just have that just for like as a trophy or something.
Nope, I take that back. You do not need it. You can transfer it using Bluetooth. You don't need the Pokeball Plus. So yeah, anybody excited here? Switch owners for some Pokemon.
I think it's more for kids, but I mean it's nice to look at.
This is not the Pokemon I think people were waiting for, but
no, nothing is.
Is it the Pokemon?
I'm curious to hear Gilberto because he's very big on Pokemon. I'm curious to hear.
Is he now?
Yes, Chaos Reaper is a Poke player. Yeah.
You know, I want to hear what Doomsday has to say about this because he loves Pokemon Go.
He does. I don't know if I don't think he has a Switch, and I don't think he has the.
Will this be the option to get him a Switch?
Perhaps. Yeah, maybe. You're right. So yeah.
You know what?
Next piece of news.
Now that you mentioned
Gilberto,
I forgot to mention that I also created a character to his likeness, except that the way they equipped him, he looks like the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh wow!
Well, wait,
with the Ultimate Warrior and everything.
With no. I'm sorry. Who has the spikes? The spike. It was a team. Spikes. They have the spike, the spike shoulders and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness! It was.
Go to the next, and I'll find it for you.
Fuck it. All right, so let's not switch the Switch, shall we?
Okay.
Because it looks like this famous game is gonna be on Switch evidently, apparently, but all signs point to yes. It looks like Fortnite is actually going to be on the Switch, to the surprise of absolutely no one.
Yeah,
it's on mobile. Like, how is it that it's on mobile first before coming to the Switch?
Well, they're working on, they have to get those Mario licenses so you can actually have Mario on Fortnite and get the skins because it's happening. Yeah. But they're gonna be exclusive. So yeah. The Korean Games Rating Board rated Fortnite for the Switch, and that was a couple of days ago. Not long after a separate sighting of a list of E3 games had leaked to 4chan. So it looks very legitimate. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised because. It's almost a really good fit when you consider it's a game that I mean you said it. It's on mobile. The Switch is pretty much has a mobile engine. I mean that's the graphic in the CPU is mobile.
If they're gonna have I know the mobile port is kind of like the main game, but it makes me wonder if the Switch is gonna have the mobile port or the actual main port of it.
Well, I don't think it matters, honestly.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you can still play people normally across those platforms.
Yeah.
I know what I understand your question. It's it's coded to the mobile.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the mobile version, but without sounding reductive. Actually, not that would be, because I don't think the mobile version is bad at all. The mobile version is the whole thing. It's just different coding.
Very good.
Coded to
actually a very good
mobile.
Yeah, it could actually run very well if they tighten the code.
We could get that, but it'll run well. But
here's the question:
is it going to be cross-platform?
It's Nintendo.
I think Nintendo will do it. They're open to do it with Xbox
and Minecraft.
Sure, I'm gonna have to give him my friend code. Probably.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
No, unless you're able to do the your Epic account.
I don't. Honestly,
considering you can't do the Epic account,
don't make me flip this table.
I can. Yes, please don't. Yeah. I can. My bet will be on no. But yeah,
it's possible.
I'd be surprised.
No,
yeah.
I have my high hopes that Nintendo will crossplay. They're not like Sony.
Well, they could, but they have been hard-headed on other things because they are super protective when you think about it.
To their properties. Yeah,
I mean, they do. They're the only console that uses friend codes. In this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick before Ms. Shadow goes to her piece. It was the Legion of Doom, sir.
The Legion of Doom.
Yes,
oh my God, I was gonna say that, but I thought, oh no, that sounds very. That's too stupid. That's not what it's called. Come on, the Legion of Doom. Yeah, I was thinking that was from freaking DC or something.
No. It consisted of the Road Warriors, which was Jake the Snake. The spoiler.
Let's see a picture.
This is just a picture of the of some guys wearing it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what my
King Kong Bundy, Arn Anderson, the Iron Sheik, and the original.
But let's be real. Don't you see Gilberto wearing those spikes? You know,
I can
shoulders.
see.
I can definitely see it.
I can definitely see
He's
it.
a big burly guy.
He is.
Him like that. He looks like a wrestler.
He is a wrestler.
He looks like a fuck you up.
He's a wrestler.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Yeah.
Don't let him tell you no.
I mean, he plays Pokemon, so I kind of lost respect a little bit there, but I still love you, man, because you still look like you can fuck someone up real bad.
Exactly, yeah.
Plus, your name is Chaos.
Yeah.
Watch, he's gonna throw an Onyx on you.
Yeah, no. I don't want to give that. Pokemon away, brother. Pokemon away, brother. It's your turn.
So, my piece of news is directed towards Destiny 2. So, yes. So, their latest Nightfall Strike has offered a special hand cannon called the DFA as a reward. Fans were excited, but the sad thing is that only one reward dropped. So, apparently, the hand cannon is glitched. So, we have players spending hours upon hours trying to grind for it, only to get nothing.
And only one person got it on the whole game.
So Bungie's looking into it. They don't know yet.
Oh yeah.
How difficult is to fix a drop rate? Come on. No, now they're because you know the joke is that they tend to overcorrect, right? Now suddenly tomorrow everybody will have the cannon.
Yeah.
That's what I.
But it's gonna be nerve as fuck, so it's gonna be more like water pistol,
a little paintball.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were some people who were like going at it for 16 hours, 20 hours, like just trying to get it, but like
wow,
it was too bugged to drop.
Wow.
So they're investigating it. I don't know when it's gonna, work right.
Destiny 2, I feel like it fell from grace really quick.
I was interested, and then I'm like, whatever.
Speaking of Destiny 2. Destiny 2, year 2, guys. It's happening.
Yeah.
What?
The year 2 is just around the corner.
Finally.
The new expansion
This is the one that gets good.
Is going to be announced.
Strong,
so they came on to say, Bungie announced yesterday that they will reveal this second year content on June 5th. So be excited.
Please be excited.
Literally
Please be
in
excited
a few days.
for that. So this, obviously this is, I guess would be compared to similar like the Taken King when that was the very next thing that they released, and that kind of fixed a lot of the issues. So I'm guessing maybe that's what's going to happen here.
So wait, did anyone play the Curse of Osiris at all? Like anyone in the group? I haven't heard anything at all.
No, in the group.
This is on what? Destiny 1 or 2?
2.
Ramiro
Nope.
probably.
Ramiro,
Yeah, I thought
definitely.
it would be good.
And
You would
Chakra,
think they would learn from
Chakra,
the first game.
They're enjoying it. They're enjoying the game.
It's not a bad game, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just once you became that level of fan of it, you immediately need to see what's next, and they're not delivering fast enough. So I feel like that's the reason why it kind of fell from grace a little bit.
I agree. So June 5th
Any
at 12 p.m.
games
Eastern
or something
time.
like
Can't wait. Or maybe I can. More leaky news because it's the week closer to E3, and of course these things are happening. The new
Leaks
Assassin's Creed
everywhere.
The new Assassin's Creed. Oh yeah, we're
you get a leak.
We're
you
all
get a leak.
leaking.
Everybody gets leaks.
Yeah, this is a leaky boat that we are in. The next Assassin's Creed has been. It was leaked originally by a keychain.
Yeah,
it's like
all I want to think is that
thing.
did somebody make, because you can make keychains and put it in that saran wrap and make it look authentic.
Oh no doubt, but I think this immediately turned Ubisoft to confirm that they're gonna show Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This is what they're calling it.
Yes,
because it's like Mario Odyssey, you know. No, I'm kidding.
Odyssey. All I think is Odyssey is just water.
It's gonna take place in ancient Greece.
Wait,
I was gonna say according to
actually-
sources, but now I guess according to Ubisoft.
Yeah, so that means that we're gonna see, kind of like another God of War, maybe. Jokes.
maybe.
Yeah. Well, they say that it'll be an even more drastic departure for the series from Origins. So
interested. I'm actually still interested.
It's going to be a battle royale.
Oh, damn.
No, kidding.
I say, really?
No longer interested.
It might have a battle royale mode.
It's going to take place in the Coliseum.
In the Coliseum, yeah.
You're going to have the gods watching. It's going to be on Mount Olympus.
So I felt like this was news when it was, secrets and rumors and, oh my God, the keychain, look at that. Oh, that could be the next one. But now that it's out, it's been confirmed. It's like, okay. Big deal. I mean, no big deal. Bummer, obviously, Origins was a really good game, but what do you guys think? I was kind of happy to see Ubisoft taking its time, taking a 2-year cycle between, or at least how they did with Origins, and it became really good.
It seemed like they had something that they wanted that seemed, finished to them.
Well.
Like the gameplay that they wanted to start, and I honestly my favorite was Black Flag. Like a lot of people, pirates.
I think that was a very what we consider the very last good one.
No, that would be Origins now.
Origins before that.
Yeah, because
so it's like almost a soft Origins is almost like a soft reboot.
Yeah, I like how honestly where this big giant group is coming from. Like, it seems like it's coming from everywhere. There's assassins everywhere, and that's
the order you saying. Oh yeah,
and that would also mean Templars are everywhere.
Are does anybody play Origins?
No,
not any of us. At one point, I even considered it because I heard so many good things, but I was one with it. No, my question with this is,
but I have too many games on my backlog.
My question with this is, how do you guys feel about the fact that we're back into what seems to be a yearly thing with
it appears that way.
Let Meg go first.
It appears that way. They said that it should be released by the end of this fiscal year, which technically takes us to March 2019. No, 2019. So if they're, I mean, who knows? I don't know if this is going to lead to fatigue. I guess like the other one was kind of fatigue.
Or quality issues.
Or quality issues,
trying to bring it quickly.
Because now they're on a crunch timeline. Yeah. I feel like let's see how this one goes after the whole year and see if it's worth it to do it yearly again.
You mean this next one?
Yes, this next one.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what
that's what my opinion on it. Like, you can't really know until it happens.
No, definitely, but realistically, they're going to. It's a small time. What is it? Did they split it into two teams? Ubisoft
I haven't heard of it.
As far as we know, it's just
it's the same team.
It's gonna happen, and that's it.
No, that's not what I mean. What I'm saying is that the team that created Origins is the same one that's doing this, or was it a different team? And this
don't follow their development that close to know, okay. Right. But it's just like the previous one to Origin, which was the one that took place
in Britain or something like that,
in London.
Oh, Syndicate.
Yeah,
that was London.
That one was a little messed up, and that's why
they tried doing two assassins.
I felt like at that point, that's when Ubisoft decided to take a breather just to make sure that this one's good. Okay, they got this back down, but it almost feels like Origins, to me, I still consider a fairly new game. To be talking about a sequel right now.
Only 6 months.
I thought they took a break,
and it's a really big game too.
It is, yeah.
After Rogue, or did Rogue came out before Syndicate?
Rogue was PS3.
Rogue was, and I feel like, it came out at the same time actually, and it was because that was we can't make Syndicate on PS3, but here,
I think they
let them have cake.
After those two games and the way people felt, they're like, all right, let's take a break.
Yeah.
It's like we need a break from Assassins. So I'm gonna do a backpack because these are short.
Okay.
Back.
So this month of June, PlayStation Plus lineup is for PS4. You get XCOM 2.
Yeah, speak of the devil.
Game of Devils. Never.
And Trials Fusion. Both I want to try.
Oh shit! I need to tag that. Transfusions, legit.
And for those who still have the PlayStation 3, you had Zombie Driver HD, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Honestly, I have no idea what to tell you there.
Yeah, well, I remember the
I knew Future Soldier was not too bad. And for PS Vita, you get Atomic Ninjas and Squares.
you get
That's gonna die soon anyway.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
It is. They're kind of
guys.
just Mouse will just give them all the library.
Yeah,
You know,
just
the whole
hand it to
library.
them
Now for June's Xbox Live games with gold. For Xbox One, speak of the devil, you get Assassin's Creed Chronicles
there you go.
There you go.
from June 1st to June 30th. You get Smite Gold Bundle, which...
Free to play.
Exactly, free to play.
You gotta
get
make an F for
all of
Xbox right here. I mean, I
characters.
realize there's not a lot there, and people already hate me for keep saying this, but
No,
wow.
I understand, because I think a lot of their better games are on the Game Pass.
Wait till we get to the
Game
hot topic.
Pass.
That's all I'm
Game
saying.
Pass.
all right.
So, Smite Gold Bundle, which, that's hilarious, is from June 16th to July 15th.
You're not fooling anyone, Xbox.
For Xbox 360, which is also cross-compatible, you get Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed.
Oh, the only good game that I heard here so far.
No, wait.
Or
It gets better. From June 1st to the 15th, and then you get Lego Indiana Jones 2, The Adventure Continues.
Wow.
June 16th to June 30th.
Sonic Racing Transformed, the only good game that I heard from Nintendo.
Have you even played any Lego game?
I played
I
it.
played it. And actually, I own, I want to say the Avengers one and two Star Wars ones, but they're kind of mindless. It's honestly, it's a game that I would play with like my son if I had one, or my daughter if I had one. You know, it's like this is just to have fun, like destroying things. This is not something that you ever want to play for the story. It was funny the first time they did it, Star Wars. That's
Maybe
it.
the second.
Maybe a second, but then when everything
The
became
40
that,
games
one's not
later.
too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Marvel one's not too bad. Or
What's the other
Batman.
one? The Harry Potters and all that. It's
No,
like,
by that time it's like, no, fuck, man. Now you're
See, I
looking.
never
Now
played
you're
that
sounding
one. I
like
played more
Telltale.
of the
Exactly.
Marvel and DC ones.
So I'm going to jump right off of what she said there. And PlayStation
That's what she
has.
said.
Oh,
No, go ahead.
okay.
That is-
PlayStation has 4 gems that will have a nice. Let's call them a discount from June 8th through the 18th. There's going to be some discounts off some major titles. First off, the smaller of the discounts, but it is also one of the newer ones. God of War will be $10 off
Snap.
for the duration, so it'll be $49.99 for the
Grab
game.
that shit.
Ooh, yeah, if you don't have it now, get it
Get it.
Seriously.
and enjoy it.
Here's an even better one. Horizon Zero Dawn will be $19.99.
Oh, okay.
What?
I was gonna say, here's a better one. Horizon 3. I'm like, I don't think so, dude. I know what you meant.
Yes,
the price.
the price.
The
Come
price.
on.
Hey, Horizon was better. Was like almost like game of the year before God of War came
Yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was gonna shot me down like what?
I was gonna say,
What are
not
you
better than God
talking
of
about?
War. I mean, it's good. I'm not trying to shit on Zero Dawn.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So yes, it's going to be $19.99. Again, this is all through from June 8th through the 18th. There will also be a special for a PlayStation Pro system with a. Let me see here. Yeah, it's $349.99 is what they're going to cut that down to. So for $50 off.
Is E3 season?
Yeah, it is.
doing
There's
that
also
sale.
doing the 1 terabyte blue standard PS4 adorned with gold details, detailing based on the DualShock 4 buttons. A very, very beautiful looking damn console. I gotta tell you,
Sadly,
Yeah,
it's
good
only
one.
the slim.
it
But-
is this slim. Which, yeah, I guess.
I mean, at this point,
most
if you need to
people
buy
want the
console,
Pro.
You should go
the
going
Pro,
for
yeah.
the Pro.
Yeah.
They should have done both
This
of
is a
them, but I feel
collector's.
like
Yeah.
the Pro will obviously be a lot more.
Yeah. So a couple of other items that are here. You have Gran Turismo Sports going to be $19.99. MLB The Show 18 is going to be $39.99. Shadow of the Colossus will be down to $19.99, which I think is when I will pull the trigger. Let me see. These are VR titles here. I don't think we care about that. PlayStation Plus will be available for a 12-month membership for $49.99. So if you don't have it or you're coming up soon, now's your chance. $10 off.
But that's okay, because Hey, speaking of deals, what if I were to tell you that right now you could owe a bundle of spaceships in Star Citizen for the incredible amount of $27,000.
Nope.
$27,000 is a bundle of in-game spaceships, and I say in-game because at that price, I would have been expecting a real fucking ship.
I agree.
Right.
A bundle of real ones.
Can you just buy me a car with that?
You could, yeah, exactly.
Or a house.
As a concept, the Legatus pack is what they're calling it. Isn't really anything new. Robert Space Industries has previously offered a completionist pack with every ship in the game for $15,000.
Jesus.
This one's what is different about this one is that it's just gotta have some extra items thrown in. You're gonna have some extra DLC there. You're gonna have to see some back.
Another 12,000 worth of extra items.
It's only available. I'm sorry, but if you want to buy on it, close your wallet because you would have had to pay $1,000 already first before you pay the $27,000. You would have had to spend $1,000 or more in funding. So it is.
This is become a scam.
So
this has become a little bit of a scam.
Money grab. Like where's all this money going?
Where's the game?
Obviously in their
Where
pockets.
is the game?
I realize, and I realize that we're pressed on time, but I want to make a pause here because this week I encountered something that was very impressive to me, and everybody, I respect everybody's decision. Everybody's opinions rather. I don't respect decisions. No, I'm kidding. I actually had a very good argument. No, discussion. Not argument. Discussion with a couple members of our team who felt that it should not be considered a scam because they are providing a game, and I get it. It is. I realize that they are delivering something, and scam to put it as a scam is almost a little bit scandalous, even though I feel personally that it fits the definition. It's not. I don't think it's something that will hold. Honestly, in reality, what they're doing here, they've always said that the ships are. Which is the stupidest thing, by the way, when you consider
available. Yeah,
the ships are going to be available to everyone once the game is out. So it's not like you have to buy into this ship. You could actually get them with by playing the game. And I can speak to it because I was one of the people that actually put high money on this. Originally, and you guys know my story. Some people even from the group did, and they got refunds. I declined to get my refund because I was like, no, you know what? Let this be a learning experience. I'm not gonna go through the process. I'm not gonna just invent something. It's gonna be like, and this happened a long time ago, so it's not like I'm, But let this be a learning experience that you really have to have the proper expectations. This is not something that you're buying into. This is a donation you're giving, and it can be good or bad.
It's exactly what it is. In the end, that's what they're telling you, that this is what you're doing.
They are being upfront about it.
The money that they're using obviously is being spent towards making. I'm not saying when I say scam, it's just like at this point, how long have we been? What's roughly
20? They started probably in 2012.
So we're on to 5 years.
Yeah,
no, 6 years.
Yeah.
So we're at the 6-year mark at this point. We still don't have a finished product technically. A lot
we
of
have a nice tech demo. I can see, we can see the semblance of a game. I'm not saying that they're not delivering anything.
Finally brought in their more first-person shooter part of it.
Oh, but that was additional. That wasn't.
And that was back. But it was a while before they brought it in.
Yeah, well, that wasn't originally.
And so I argue that it's even unnecessary because the single player aspect of it should have been released, a while back. I think what's happening is that they have gotten very comfortable with their one of the ideas I have that I loved about this, and I don't mean to turn it into the hot is I was enamored with the idea of, you know what, fuck publishers, because of publishers like EA give a bad name to publishers. But the thing that I failed to realize is that there are also decent publishers out there. I know, shocking. I can't think of one right now at the top of my head, but I've seen some that are at least making some strides to make it a little bit better. Yeah, but they were horrible at first. But yeah, you could argue that they're making some strides to be a little bit better. But there was a control there. This game would have been released a long time ago if there was, if there was a publisher involved. In this case, there isn't anybody. They have gotten very comfortable with the money that is coming in. They've been opening studios and doing all this kind of stuff, for this game. And of course, there is no rush to bring the next milestone because they are making money right now. They're not building this to make money to when they sell it, because of course when they sell it, they probably will make money. But right now they're making money. So what's the rush?
Sitting there,
As long as you can deliver content, and I do realize they give a lot of shows and a lot of content, and they're very transparent about the development. But it's not just that. Now you kind of have to wrap it up. I think it's time to give us something, because otherwise,
crap or get off the pot.
Because you know what's going to happen if they keep doing their little leisure route. Their player base will see this and be like, you know what? I don't want to give you money anymore. I do not want to fund you. I do not want to play.
And I feel like at that point is that they're going to be like, okay, well now we have to release,
because that's what happens. But again, when you don't have someone someone higher up than you pushing you,
publishers they get a bad rap.
Deadline.
Yeah,
they do get a bad rap, and I understand that. But in the end, there are reasons why they are milestones, why they are these moments. It's like we need to have. Now, truth be told, the way this one works, the money's coming in already anyway.
Yeah.
And clearly, there are probably people who are going to spend $27,000 on those ships or whatever, and that goes to the development again. You know what I mean? So it is working, but at some point, they have to deliver something. And we're 6 years in, which is significantly longer than a lot of just general development time. Even when you think, just like the most recent one, God of War was 5 years from the beginning to the end, and they had to crunch. There was a like a real big, finale. They need to get shit done by. And the guy mentions there were certain things that were just not ready. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just 6 months before the game release. But of course, Sony in a probably a nicer way than most publishers is like, guys, I don't know how you're gonna do it, but this is the date. You know what I mean? So get it done by here. Yeah. So, and is it fair? No, it's not. These guys obviously, they're not. There's no crunch for them, which is good. Which is what we kind of want for our developers. We don't want them to be, have to deal with 80-hour weeks. For months. I get that, but at some point, there's a balance, and this feels like the other end of the spectrum. When you look at Konami and the crazy shit they put their developers to, that's bullshit. Then you look at the other end. This feels like the other end of the spectrum. Like, okay, now we went too far, where now you have way too much freedom, which I was actually expecting from Kojima. I was like, well, nobody's around Kojima now, so he may take his sweet ass time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Kojima's not going to be receiving that level of money, probably.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like there's people are. Yeah. So there's always going to be a pressure to, let's do it.
Definitely. So. Miss Shadow, I'm sorry. You're next, piece.
No, that's fine. I was trying to see what I can pull up.
All right. Well, real quick, because I also saw this, unless you found yours.
I did, but if it's.
Well, I feel like nobody has talked about this yet, and this is like a big megaton.
All right, go
ahead. No, that's not it. That's good. You're gonna mention it, but Bethesda released a trailer for the next Fallout, guys.
They sure did.
Yeah. When we're gonna hear about this? Who's excited?
Well, we will talk more about it in the hot topic.
I figured maybe the hot topic would come up, but if you want to talk about it now,
well.
We don't know much about it at this point.
We don't know much about it, but I feel like it should be mentioned that yes, there was for the longest time, or not for the longest time actually. Sometime this week, they started teasing on Twitter the image of the "Please Stand By"
TV thing,
TV,
yeah.
the TV test thing pattern, the test pattern. But of course, and he had a bubble head and all that, so you could tell it's like, oh my god, this is the next Fallout. That's amazing. I mean, considering that we have a Fallout, a very recent Fallout, I'm surprised that people were quickly to jump. This is gonna be the next Fallout, and I was thinking, no, you know what? Maybe this is gonna be like the New Vegas version. It's gonna be Fallout engine and stuff like that. They're gonna use this engine, milk it for what it's worth. And they're just gonna deliver something like that.
I think also people are kind of getting tired of Elder Scrolls at the moment.
No, I'm surprising. Actually, people are
desperate
waiting.
to have the next one. Yeah.
They're waiting at the scenes for this one, even though you
That's
wouldn't
what
think
I thought
so because
was coming next. Yeah,
because online is doing so
Elder
well.
Scrolls Online, yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online is doing so well.
They're two different games. You know what I mean? One is obviously your single player or whatever.
But actually, mechanically, it's
the
not
mechanics
that
are the mechanics are.
It's gonna get boring.
The mechanics are the same. I agree with that. But what I'm trying to say it is two different games in the sense that you are the sole Dragonborn in this one, and not you know what I mean. And in the other one, everybody that you meet is a fucking Dragonborn because you're all playing the same game. So,
you are the Dragonborn.
So, one's a single player game, the other is just an MMO.
Yeah, MMO. So
yeah, so funny you mentioned that. There was one thing. Or one thought that this was going to be a remake of Fallout 3.
Yes,
or even maybe a Switch version. But you wouldn't do this level of expectant, campaigning for something like that.
Yeah, and apparently it's one
like
of the first vaults that
opened. It's the imagery show Vault 76, which according to the lore.
And many memes between that and Overwatch.
Yeah. So this whole thing. Oh, would you imagine? Some people even thought that it was gonna be Fallout Shelter 2.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I think that would have been worse.
So that in 3D
Fallout Shelter. Actually, that game. Now you mentioned 3D. That's no.
Now literally be like this war mine.
Although, did you know this game is actually available on PC? Fallout Shelter.
Yeah, it's on Xbox too.
It is on Xbox too. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I guess it is. Okay. So anyway, everybody was excited about possibility of a new Fallout, and evidently it's gonna be a Fallout, but it's not gonna be the Fallout that you're expecting. We don't know a lot of details just yet, but some sources are talking about the possibility this is gonna be a survival multiplayer game, and I don't know how I feel about that because that's not a genre that I'm a big fan of.
Not many Fallout fans are either. So that's why I'm wondering.
Yeah, because they did do a successful multiplayer Fallout 3 mod.
But that was...
And people did enjoy that. So I guess...
But that was not them, though. That was the modding community. Yeah.
The developers are paying attention to that.
They are open.
Yeah.
So they probably did people like this. Maybe we should actually make an actual official game.
Yeah. I have faith in the fact that whatever they do is probably going to be good. Because I tell you, speaking of publishers that have been good recently, Bethesda has been killing it lately with this stable of games.
It's one of the conferences I'm most excited.
Yeah. So I want to see what that is. Even if what they show looks amazing, but it's still they're talking about it being a survival multiplayer game, I'll probably pass on it because that's not the type of game that I'm looking for. But I'll
at least watch how it is before I decide.
Yeah.
Then they have also good conferences too. Yeah.
So my last piece is that Microsoft laid off a team of Xbox support staff earlier this month.
Yep.
And guess this, they replaced them with volunteer Xbox fans. So they laid off paid employees and brought in volunteers.
Well, the volunteers that the paid employees trained.
Yes. I was going to mention that. And these volunteers are called the Xbox ambassadors. I'm sure you've seen them on your Xbox. They're the ones who kind of like your little hall monitors, I want to say.
Oh, wow. Yeah. To get the hall pass, huh?
Well, yeah, because they they're the ones who you go to for an issue, yada yada, before they go up to the higher ups.
Okay. All right.
So, how messed up is that?
Well,
If they're volunteers,
they are. Well, I mean, obviously, if volunteers can do what these guys do and do it for free, then
I can see why.
As a business, I can see why that would work. Especially for
it's just the worst part is they got laid off.
It sucks that anybody got laid off.
As long as I guess these employees, well, no, they won't. They got laid off, but it would be better if they got put more into a better position within the company. Yeah. So, I mean, that's not a bad thing to have people who are just volunteering to do your dirty work, pretty much.
Yeah.
While you do something better. Hopefully exclusive games.
So, hopefully they pick a position up quickly somewhere else. Land back on their feet. I have two quick hits here for some games. Killer 7 is coming to Steam this fall.
Oh, yes, I saw that. Yeah.
This is from Suda51, a 2005 game for the record. Gets a nice remastered for Steam. And let me tell you.
What's it for the GameCube?
Was it for the GameCube? It may have been.
Killer 7?
I feel like
no. It was on PlayStation.
It was on
PlayStation.
It was on
Killer
Nintendo.
7? No, it was Nintendo.
Really?
Let
me see.
Oh, that was a Capcom 5, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on GameCube.
I don't remember the Capcom.
It was on PS2 and GameCube.
PS2. Okay, that was PS2. Yeah,
and GameCube.
I almost remember seeing the PS2 box, but anyway. So for Steam,
more PS2 than GameCube.
You'll be able to get it for Steam, and this will be on. Is there a new date? No, it just says fall here. So look forward to it. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. I actually, update my Steam account.
Killer 7. Yeah, it'll run great on this laptop.
The other little bit of news: Mega Man 11 has been shown off, and it is coming this October alongside a new amiibo.
What do you guys think of it?
I think it looks freaking amazing. It's like, what the hell happened to Mighty Number 9?
It'll make you cry like an anime fan on prom night.
Let me tell you.
I think everyone was crying.
This proves a little bit here what I remember saying probably one of our first episodes. It was you, me, and Gunner. And I asked, I was like, are we giving the quote-unquote father of Mega Man a little too much credit here for the Mega Man series?
Yeah.
Even he says himself, no, I'm not really. I'm like, so anyway, it looked great. I don't know if you saw the trailer.
We saw what came out, Mighty Number 9.
Yeah. He basically did that to prove, guys, I told you I wasn't.
I told you I wasn't the father. It's like, I mean, look.
You guys didn't believe me.
This is me, myself.
I had to make this piece of crap so you guys can understand this.
Crowdfunded, mind you.
I know. On these poor souls' dime, I have to do this. So yes, comes out October 2nd. And of course, if you haven't seen the amiibo, it looks awesome as well. So if you are a Switch owner, you got your amiibo going.
Also, a couple of quick fire hits here. Borderlands re-release might be coming to PCs and consoles. I'm not talking about Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel. Those games were remastered even when they didn't need to be remastered.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the original Borderlands. The boring ass Borderlands that I played through completion just because I was excited about the second one.
Because the first one is on Xbox. You can get it for cross compatibility.
Yeah, but I don't know, that game holds. It's what are you guys doing? It's like, I mean, this is a Gearbox joint, so I'm not surprised.
Could this just be, hey, let's get people thinking of
excited for Borderlands 3.
Sure, and let's have them pay for Borderlands and probably charge $60 for the remaster. I can see it. So yeah, just completely disregard that. But pay attention to Spider-Man PS4. I am super excited about that game, which is surprising because it's not like I'm a superhero fan that I need to consume all. But this is a game by Sucker Punch. Oh, sorry, Insomniac, and it looks amazing. It has been looking amazing. There's pre-order. Already they have the standard edition and the digital edition. You could expect like the one. Sorry, I almost spilled my beer. There's gonna be a collector's edition that will have like a mini statue of Spider-Man's probably gonna be like $250.
Jesus Christ! Okay.
Yeah, that's how I don't do collector's editions anymore for this one. For that, but
No, very
I'm a sucker for steel cases, so if I see an $80 steel case version, I'm probably gonna jump on it.
They should just do that.
Do they have steel cases for PlayStation 4 games?
Steel cases?
Have they been? Which one? Was the last?
Well,
I have.
I got a couple Yakuza.
He has Yakuza. I have Horizon, but remember, I got the collectors.
Final Fantasy. 15.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That came with the movie, if I remember.
Yes.
Oh, I also have Metal Gear Solid 5 as
Metal
a
Gear
steelbook.
Solid. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
fair
right.
enough. So there has been. Okay.
Yeah.
I wish they would,
nothing I own.
honestly, I wish they would start learning that. Besides, yes, we do like statues and all that, but we do like steelbooks. They should just sell a steelbook by itself.
Exactly.
It's a nice collection.
There should be, although this would probably be impossible to do due to licensing, but they should try to just have like a cottage industry of just steelbooks for every game. That would be awesome.
They do have a company who does it.
Would it be
really
Would it be less cool if just everybody's doing it? Is it more cool the fact that they have a steelbook?
I don't know. I just like I just like the way they look.
Okay.
I just like the
Fair enough.
The thing is, too, is that if it's more, it's still like
Hold on. We're not talking about.
Go ahead,
that's not what we were talking about.
Fine,
what I meant
whatever.
to say is Spider-Man 4 has a release date, which is gonna launch on September 7th. And it's gonna come for PS4 and Xbox One and PC. Oh no, wait, that's just a PS4 exclusive. You can stop staring at me like that.
It's okay.
God of War is on track to becoming the fastest game to reach 1 billion views on YouTube. I was gonna
1 billion views.
Which the only reason I brought it up real quick is because it was kind of surprising. I would think. I mean, with Fortnite and with PUBG and all this type of games, and
there are a
even
lot
Minecraft,
of OG gamers out there who still remember Kratos.
But God of War is a story-heavy game. You probably would have done the opposite. Probably avoid watching it. That's probably everybody trying to figure out how to kill the fucking
the Valkyries.
Yeah,
Fairy, close enough.
Close enough. Probably did a good 4 or 5 views of that myself.
And lastly, there's gonna be some Twitch Prime games available for free. So you remember that you get them. You start today already.
Wait until you hear one of them.
There's gonna be one of them is Tumblestone, the Banner Saga 1. It's there.
Whoa.
And 2.
Whoa.
And Strafe. Whoa.
I have Strafe, yeah.
Can I get a whoa on that one? No?
I have no idea what that is, so you can't. Sorry.
Anyway.
It's a Devolver Digital joint, which I didn't care for, but
all you have to do is just connect your Prime to your Twitch account and then check back on. It says here on May 1st.
June 1st, yeah.
June 1st on that. Yeah, I think this is. Wait a minute. Let me just go.
Well, if you are on Twitch a lot, I'm sure you'll see it.
Yeah.
By Kotaku, and the day is because if it's May 1st already passed, and
it should be
there's no
June
date.
1st. June 1st
It should
or
be
sometime
June
this
1st.
month.
It's gotta be June 1st. Anyway,
Honestly.
the thing is, yeah, that's it, man.
All right.
Back, and I stole you thunder.
By all means, take over.
We are going to go into the hot topic of the week.
Hot topic. Oh wait, that's yours.
You don't even know by now. We got a jingle.
We do.
It is the hot topic of the week.
Hot topic.
There you go. Thank you.
I'm still laughing.
I feel like she started laughing. She gets disabled.
She does. She's like, nope, I can't do nothing.
No. So,
kind of
hot topic of the week is
E3.
About E3.
Yes, E3 preview, guys. So we're essentially we're only going to look at the first 4 conferences. That will be EA, then the Microsoft, then the Bethesda, and finally the Devolver Digital.
Does that mean we're going to jump into the rest next?
Yes, next week part 2 will be next week, and that'll be the rest of the conferences. So let's start with the first one, which will be EA Play, which is going to happen on the Saturday, that is June 9th. First off, I wanted to kind of recap what they released or they showed off last year. Perhaps you remember some of these. First off, of course, the obvious FIFA, Madden. Those are obviously the ones that showed off. NBA Live 18, which was so wonderful. Star Wars Battlefront 2, which was also so wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Need for Speed Payback, also amazing.
It paid back. It drove.
I gotta tell you, they're shooting blanks. Battlefield 1, they showed off a DLC. That was the first time I think we saw A Way Out, which was great. And it was also the first time we saw Anthem. That was last year's E3. Obviously, for this year, it's pretty clear that they're going to show some freaking Anthem. They actually, I think I already saw a tweet from them saying,
I think
showing off
like
a big
release date if they're going to do it.
We should be.
We should be at this point, yeah.
Even though it's delayed, but we'll probably have a...
Possibly, yeah. They're also, of course, going to go into... Well, first off, Anthem, release date. What else do you want to see? Because I know I am, or I'm still on a boycott. So... What is it that is there anything that they can show you from Anthem other than the microtransactions?
Yeah, besides that, I want to see how they're going. Like we saw before, which was pretty great before EA decided to do the thing. But I want to see more of their like multiplayer integration
for the Anthem itself.
Yes, like we saw how it was, but.
I think what we saw was still, literally vertical slice.
Yeah, it still felt like a demo meant for the stage.
Yeah,
I want to see more of it. If there's going to be a hub, we should know about it, and if how your weapons work, how just pretty much how the system works.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Like it seems like we have the right to know before we decide to indulge in it.
Definitely.
I don't really care much about Anthem. I mean, yeah, it looked good and all that, but the fact that at the end of the day, it's just gonna be a Destiny type multiplayer game.
EA threw us.
And also, I'm also in boycott. That is not to say that I would not, that I wouldn't at least admire from distance some of the games that could be released. Like they showed the trailer for Battlefield 5.
Yeah, which
I was very impressed. I was very impressed with the way they were going. Very positive about it. It was, it was gonna, go back to World War II, but it was gonna be like their take on World War II, and not necessarily focus them, try to hone in on historical accuracy, but more into like, hey, this is fun. This is gonna be like more like a Hollywood, type movie. Crazy thing doesn't necessarily have to focus on reality. In any case, so that looked really good, and that's pretty much the only thing that I'm kind of curious of seeing. Yeah, I'm curious of seeing Anthem as what they will do. But like I said, I'm not looking to play another Destiny.
Yeah.
So
and that one looks like
that's what it looks like it's heading.
Some things that surprises that you may see. First off, we do know that you mentioned actually on a podcast earlier that Unravel 2 will be there.
2, yes.
Do we see another Plant vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare,
probably not.
Sims,
no.
the Sims? Do we see finally?
They release Sims like every 2 years or so.
I don't know. They just released with Sims. I thought they were just showing that off.
No, with the thing with the Sims is that I feel like there would have been something about
something beforehand.
Maybe like an expansion.
And I don't feel like this Sims did that hot that it will merit like a sequel so immediate. Yeah. I'm sure another one's coming.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably not now.
Like I said, they always take a break between Sims.
They have to, let it die down.
Mass Effect. No, I'm kidding.
They are I think they're all hands on the Anthem. The last one I'm wondering that we'll see is that unnamed Star Wars title that was Visceral was obviously closed down, but the game is still there. And I think I found this online. I don't know if this is how true this is. This may be just a tentative title. Star Wars Rise to Power. And do we think we see the new Star Wars game that they've been teasing?
If I had to guess, probably not.
Too soon?
With the way how Battlefront was.
Oh, do you think they'll give it a rest?
I think.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. They only have a 10-year license that is running out if it hasn't already. So you're probably right. There might be. It is possible that they will have to show something. Whatever it is, probably gonna be a trailer. It's probably gonna be early. Very early. It's not gonna be anything to expect. Not even probably next year.
Yeah.
I think they're probably gonna focus more on new IP. I feel like because so far it seems like they had a really bad E3 last year, and I don't think the titles that they brought last year or the year previous even, Mass Effect Andromeda, I'm looking at you, is going to save them. Right now they need some different titles that will kind of cleanse, the palette and have people not focus no focus anymore on the loot boxes, craze. They need to clean their image somehow, and I feel like they're starting to take baby steps there. With the announcement of Battlefield 5, it was, one of the first things that they mentioned, it was like no loot boxes. Like they didn't even have to open with that. It's no loot boxes, and we know what they're gonna try to monetize other way. But I feel like this is the year where they're gonna we're gonna take a hit a little bit, and we're gonna try to show a little bit of good
goodwill.
Yeah, goodwill. Because they took a rough tumble.
They had everything I just mentioned there from what they showed off last year. A lot of it was marred with freaking
A Way Out. If anything, was probably the only exception.
I feel honestly like I get you're trying because games are becoming a service more and more now, as people realize that. They can, instead of creating another one, let's just put our time and effort into this one.
Let's monetize.
That's how a lot of MMOs and MOBAs, stay alive. But I do feel like we do need some non-microtransaction games,
especially coming from EA, so they can clean up their.
If only there was a game that came out recently that will show the single-player games that don't try to monetize you in any other way, could be very successful.
No, that would be a myth, like Norse mythology.
That would be, that would be.
Yeah, it's impossible.
You will have to be a god.
I think so. Only a god of war.
Honestly,
only a god of war.
Like that.
I hope they make more games like A Way Out.
Hopefully. Really. Moving on to one of the big mama jamas of the. I'm not even sure that's a real term, but I just coined it.
It is.
Well, first off, real quick before I even get to Microsoft, EA's conference will be at 2 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday.
Set your clocks, people.
June 9th. Xbox will have their
show a little bit more excitement. I feel like the pizza is hitting us, and we're kind of that. It's like, come on, people.
Microsoft is doing it.
Woo!
This is their year. Yes. They're coming back.
The year of the Xbox.
I agree. I don't know.
Hey,
the year of the X.
They did a good conference.
I think, honestly,
year.
I went on record as saying that they had the best conference. Period.
Yeah.
Not that it was amazing. It was just that compared to everybody else, they had the best conference.
It was a house of lies.
I don't know if it was a lie.
Exclusive. For a couple of days.
But it said
trying to do it.
Exclusive. And then it goes, time.
I know,
I was like,
exclusive.
Console exclusive or whatever. All right. So, quick recap of what they showed off last year. Yesterday. The hell is wrong with me? Xbox. E3 was just yesterday. They showed off the Xbox One X. Was actually the first time it was revealed how it looked.
Sort of hell over here. I'm bringing the sexy.
I'm sorry, sir.
I'm bringing the sexy.
Forza.
Take it on my shirt.
Okay.
Where's the dollars?
Take it on my shirt. Oh, God.
Forza.
So liberating.
Forza Motorsport 7 was shown off. Metro Exodus. We also saw Assassin's Creed Origin on their stage. They showed off the PlayerUnknown's Battleground that was coming to plenty of little indies. Oh no, I can list a few of them here. First of all, they showed off a State of Decay 2, the Darwin Project, Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, whatever.
Close enough.
Black Desert, The Last Night, which was probably my favorite of the trailers. The Artful Escape.
When did that came out?
It has not.
It has not. Yeah, I was saying.
And I don't think it was
seated on a throne of lies.
Yes.
Microsoft.
Sea of Thieves, Tacoma, Super Lucky's Tale,
jeez,
Cuphead,
yes, Super Mario,
and I think that was the last time they showed Cuphead before actually releasing it. Crackdown 3.
Oh yeah, when did that get
14th
released?
Time
Delayed. And it's funny because I saw like on Twitch, a lot of streamers were streaming the demo of it. Mm-hmm. It looked good. Only for it to be
Crackdown 3
on the floor demo.
Oh, when they were at the actual thing.
You had a Microsoft employee there while they played to talk about it. It looked good. Sadly, it's delayed.
Always delayed. Ashen, Life is Strange Before the Storm. We saw there for the first time. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which was one of my favorite games there. And then finally, this is where we actually saw one of the main gameplays of Anthem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's when we saw the
main gameplay, which was the most impressive part of that.
You're showing on the most powerful hardware, the Xbox One
X. Xbox One X, yes. So this year, guys, what the hell is Microsoft going to do?
Halo 6, boy! Woo!
Yes.
That's all. That's all I need.
Really?
All right, I'm out.
Halo 6, that's it?
That's all. That's the system seller right there. I will buy back. Oh wait, I don't need to because I can play this on PC.
So I feel like we're probably going to see Black Ops.
Black Ops. Oh, on their stage?
Maybe.
I don't know. I think that's a Sony.
I think that's a Sony joint.
Combined thing. Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see Battlefield.
Maybe we'll see.
Actually,
Battlefield.
no. Okay. I don't think Blackout will be Blackout will be at any of the conferences.
No.
I don't think that's a game that you spend time to show. We already know what it is, and they already have their trailer release. There's nothing else to see there.
I'm gonna tell you why that I think it will show that the partnership isn't only for, let's say, Sony to show off. Hey, guess what game we're gonna have? Blah blah blah. It's also, hey, we want our game out in front on a stage. Although they did do their own conference recently, but I don't know if you saw that conference for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. There wasn't much to show there. You know what I mean? I was just like, okay, why did you do a whole conference for this?
I think though that you're forgetting that Sony already spilled the beans of what they're gonna, what the E3 conference is going to be.
Focus on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think they're gonna give any airwave to
Black Ops.
I don't feel like it's. I mean. It'll probably be on a Cecil reel.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That's what they did last year.
As much, but that's not really showing. That's just like a quick like gameplay thing.
A quick.
That's not having presence on stage.
So any new? It sounds funny saying this. I'm sorry. Anything new coming from Microsoft?
Forza Horizon 4.
Scalebound.
That's the only thing I need.
From the dead.
Scalebound. Oh my God! Put it there, sister. Yes. Scalebound, we're getting Scalebound back. Yes.
They just pick up the pieces that they left off. Just put it together.
For all we know, they probably still have the game just sitting there.
Oh, I'm sure they still have the assets. They have the rights to it. So I got to tell you, I don't know what they're going to do.
Honestly,
obviously they're very tight-lipped at what's going to happen. I want them to just put it all out there.
Blow it out of the water.
Just put it. Everything out there you can.
I don't think
just any little thing you can do anything. Do you really think it's gonna, well? First off, it's pegged as an hour and a half to 2 hour conference. So they have something.
They must have something. Yeah,
they can't just an hour on Halo,
standing and just staring at the offense like, that's it, folks.
I mean, here's the thing. This is. I got a feeling, and I don't mean to be Debbie Downer. But I got a feeling that this is going to be one very disappointing E3. Overall, I don't feel, because this is not the E3 where you have the great, like, amazing announcements. You know, like, what else is there? First of all, obviously, no talk of new consoles or anything like that.
We're still in
Microsoft will have to do something very creative with their consoles / PC integration, and I'm not talking about Game Pass. Not unless it's what one of you said. I think it was you, Shadow, or that they integrate Game Pass with Xbox
Gold.
Live.
Yeah, that was me.
With Gold. Yeah, well, that was you.
That's my prediction.
And that's
which are they going to do? So
and they're going to do because it's your prediction exactly.
Game Pass
so there
just
you go.
reached 1 year.
And also they don't have. It'll be something to hope that they will show some nice exclusives. They don't have the studios for it.
They have.
They don't have the studios for it, bro.
They have one studio we don't know what the hell they're doing, and that's Life London. No clue what they're doing. They
no
own that
clue what
studio.
they're probably Fable. And really, if you're gonna be bringing us Forza, which I love Forza Horizon. I love me some Forza Horizon, but that's one less studio working on anything else. That's just Forza. 343 Industries. That's gonna be Halo.
Yeah,
and.
Because Bungie's working something else.
The coalition is working because Bungie is. Well,
I said because Bungie's doing something else.
The coalition is. They're working on Gears of War, and I don't expect a Gears of War game.
So
basically, I don't feel like this is a year for it.
So what we're saying here, we're going to see a lot of third party.
Well, yeah, but then
you don't think there's any third-party exclusives? No, nobody does that anymore.
I feel like they don't. Yeah,
technically, Quantic, just not to bring Sony into this, but Quantic Dream is not owned by Sony, and they just make for Sony, so it's not.
Well, that's
impossible.
the second party. That's what they turn. That's what they like to call second party, which is a ridiculous term, but
you know what's funny though?
Brings the idea.
Yeah. I mean, Kingdom Hearts isn't going to be exclusive. It's going to be on Xbox too.
So they're going to be showing off a lot of other games.
Yeah.
Although I don't because Square's having their own press conference. I don't see them giving up time.
No Man's Sky, which is going to be really on Xbox.
Yeah, that's right. It is right.
It is.
So they're probably going to show that.
And how?
And maybe
I don't think they should.
Because
that's going to be.
They said it was going to come to Xbox. They're also going to announce the next milestone to the game.
Right.
So
and
they might show that,
but it's just
if it happens.
That's not a game that you want to put on stage after
what happened. I don't know
that he had. That
we will just literally have to see because Xbox. A bit on the hush hush, like really.
Well, that's my feel. It's gotta be.
So that's why you think it's gonna be very lackluster because there's just nothing.
If they try to pull off the exclusive thing again, it's just gonna sound so desperate that at this point I'm gonna completely forget about the Xbox brand as a hardware, and finally give it say, hey, this is just gonna be software that you'll be able to play on PC.
Do you think they've acquired any studios recently? I know they've been looking. Spencer,
there hasn't been any news on it, which is the thing that worries me.
But that could be because
it could be a surprise.
It could be one of those things where
I don't feel like this, on this day and age, something like that is not a surprise. I mean, I'm not saying it won't happen, mind you. I'm saying that that my feelings are, and if you guys believe that there is, I mean, that'll be great. I would love to be proven wrong.
Honestly,
and they say,
I'm just excited E3's here again.
There's gonna be there's gonna be an alliance or they're gonna be new studios and they start mentioning the studios. I mean, if they start mentioning names of studios that we don't know anything about, then we could probably be like, yeah, you probably built that studio, which is good, but we don't know the pedigree of that, But if you suddenly start mentioning, I don't know, man. Like I told you,
Halo, Forza. And that's pretty much it.
Halo, Forza,
and Crackdown 3.
Crackdown 3.
They have to show that off again.
Yeah.
And
no, my God, no. You know what? The only
he doesn't want to rewatch.
Here it is. The only thing that could save this conference for Microsoft is if they say Crackdown 3 and it's available today. That's the only thing. That's the only megaton that they can bring.
Because everybody's like, wait, wasn't it delayed to next year? What?
I know anything. Well, they went on record saying that the game's not delayed anymore. But that's what I'm saying.
Pull a Tom Howard.
They has to do. It has to be like in Fallout Shelter.
Halo
you can play it today
on mobile.
Oh Jesus!
No.
They just opened up their mobile division.
For all we know, we might see mobile games.
Their handheld.
All right, let's move on from Microsoft here. I truly wish Microsoft luck. I am excited to see what they have.
Yes, me too.
I am cautiously optimistic, but I really do hope they have an amazing one. We need that other pillar. You know what I mean? So, all right.
They are the underdog right now. So.
They are very,
Even though the division is doing well. Their division, not the division.
Okay. Are they as underdog as EA, though?
EA is not really an underdog.
I know, but since last year.
Well, yeah, they've been smeared in the mud
right now. Yeah.
All right, moving on to Bethesda. Bethesda last year's conference. I know you weren't, Dream Twister weren't too impressed with the conference. I enjoyed it because I kind of like the quirkiness of Bethesda.
Well, Wolfenstein. That's what we were all like, yay.
Yeah. So they showed off Doom VR because why not? Fallout 4 VR because why not? Elder Scrolls Online had a new DLC. Elder Scrolls Legends, which was, I believe, the DLC. Skyrim was coming to the Switch. Dishonored DLC Death of the Outsider. Quake Champions.
Quake Champions, which no one is playing right now.
I know, I was going to say.
Because Fortnite killed that.
Wow. In its tracks. The Evil Within 2, which was very well received. And then Wolfenstein 2.
So what I heard here was Wolfenstein 2 and maybe the Evil Within, and you were impressed with this.
The conference. not that. I didn't say impressed. I enjoyed the conference.
Enjoyed it? Okay. It was a lot of, it was fun, quote unquote.
What are they doing this year other than finally telling us what the hell Fallout 76 is?
Other than telling us that which is all we want to know. No. Doom 2, man.
Doom 2. It's time.
It's time.
It's already.
Yes.
2016, 2018.
Oh, my God.
Okay, it's possible.
This is...
Yeah, it's time.
I will be so freaking dripping excited about it.
So they're not going to go Doom 5. They're going to go Doom 2.
They rebooted that. It's just going to be Doom 2.
Because people wouldn't know. They'd be like, wait, where's the other three?
They didn't call this one Doom 4.
No, they didn't.
No, okay.
It's just Doom. It's literally just Doom.
No, it's just going to be Doom 2.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a continuation of that story,
Doom 4,
and I'll be happy.
Or just Doom and then like a subtitle underneath.
The Return.
Doom. The Decadence Edition.
Electric Boogaloo.
You have to sashay and do the moonwalk while shooting.
Doom 2 Electric Boogaloo. I like it. No, I mean it's time for.
I don't know. Are we gonna get
whatever they do is gonna be phenomenal. They already announced Rage 2, which turned me from a very skeptic to a believer.
All because it didn't have microtransactions.
I gotta tell you, Mad Max did not impress me.
No.
So,
I know.
So,
but this one looks fun. It looks different. So it's a different studio, and we know what the different studios can bring to the table on those older IPs that they're reviving. Probably, you saw Wolfenstein was a great. It's a great.
I love how we're not mentioning Halo.
Huh?
I love how we're not mentioning Halo because they switched developers.
Halo.
I missed that.
What he's talking about.
Yeah.
On how you switch different companies, yada yada. Forget it.
Oh, okay.
You're not getting. You're too busy. You know.
I'm sorry.
Hung up on your beer. Whatever.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was thrown off a little bit there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Fallout 76. Hopefully we'll see what that is.
Do you think
hopefully
we
it's pretty good.
See like a spin-off Wolfenstein game like they did before?
I think it's too soon, right? Because the last one just come out recently.
Yeah. I don't think.
When did the last one come out? That was last year. Yeah. It's a little too soon.
Just asking.
You remember when you finished it?
It's possible, like the Old Blood. You mean?
Mm-hmm.
I did remember when
like
I finished it. I
remember
when I uninstalled it.
It's okay. I did too. After I finished the last boss, I uninstalled it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's not a game. It's not a game that you keep for the multiplayer or anything like that. But at least you give it the right to finish it. You should finish that game.
Sir, let it go.
You're right there.
You have not. You don't want to even go back to Witcher 3. I don't want to hear it. Okay?
I don't want. Wolfenstein 3 gets announced. I don't want to hear a peep from you because you do not deserve Wolfenstein 3. All right.
I'll tell you what. If they announce it, I'll go back and finish it.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
That works for me.
Real quick, I want to. I mean, I those are the two that we know. I assume there's more surprises. They mentioned a new IP last year that there was 2 new IPs. They showed off one last year and they didn't show off the second one. I wonder if this could be where they unveil it. So cross fingers is something single player.
We don't
not some
have that Bethesda
battle royale
theme park to guide us.
Oh yeah, we don't have the yeah.
Oh yeah, no, let's not do that.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Real quick too, I do want to bring up before we move on to the last one, and that is, guys, go check out NoClip. They have a Fallout / Elder Scrolls documentary coming out. Just check them out anyway. But they're going to come out. The first one's going to come out next week, and then the second part is actually about Fallout 76, and that actually will be available on Tuesday, the Tuesday after the conference.
Didn't they have one for Doom?
They did have one.
Yes.
That was a wonderful one. My gosh.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the final one. That is Devolver Digital.
Oh boy, that's
all
you, brother.
His favorite
that is
developer.
That is all you. I love them.
I have no idea what's coming. I mean, they're already apologizing for it. So
because I love the fact that they just wear their dumbassery on their shoulders.
Yeah,
because they know it works.
Yes, most definitely.
It's them.
I don't know. I could get a little bit. It could be too much. Also, it's like, okay, guys. I know you guys are trying to be edgy, but
the beauty is. It's only like 15 minutes long. It's not like you're sitting for an hour
at 2 in the morning or some shit like that, right?
Yeah, just about. Yeah. So what they showed off last year, which really wasn't a lot, Ruiner. They showed off a little bit more Ruiner. Serious Sam's Bogus Detour, and then of course a Suda 51 crossover is what they were doing. They were working with Suda 51. Even Suda 51 in the video was like, why am I here? I'm not making a game with you guys. What are you talking about? But then, of course, that's when they showed off the No More Heroes with the what is the name of the game with the top down Hotline Miami?
Hotline Miami.
So that was they had a little bit of a crossover there. So that was pretty much what they were. The only thing I can hope that they finally show off and get, well, they've shown it off before, they give a freaking release date to is this game that I think is called Eater. It's EITR. It looks like it's almost like a side-scrolling Dark Souls.
We have one of those already.
Yeah,
no. Well, maybe more of a isometric.
Isometric.
Yeah, but what is it like the beat 'em ups? You know how this kind of is on that level that's a little bit. You can kind of walk back, walk down, and walk around, but you can't go all the way up.
Kind of like Gauntlet.
Maybe something like that. Yeah, that's what it looks like. But it looks very dark. The protagonist is a woman with flowing red hair. She's like that's the most colorful thing you see in the game is her hair. You know, and she looks like. What's her name? Egret. You know what I mean? But anyway, it looks pretty cool. They've shown it off. No, I haven't heard anything since. The game's still not out. I'm like, mother flowers, what the hell is this game?
Is this the Suda 51 joint?
No, this is an older joint.
So we haven't. So in other words, from everything that they announced on their 7 minutes of showtime that they had last year, was Ruiner.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all they came out.
Serious Sam, Bogus Detour, which
did that come out?
Yes, that did come out already.
Didn't hear anything about that, but okay. And Ruiner, I didn't hear a lot of great things about it either.
Which Ruiner? Actually, I heard it was pretty decent. It's on my list. So,
I heard not so much.
Okay, that's all right. you don't want to play Witcher 3. I mean, your credibility is
taking shots on my credibility. Okay,
I'm kidding.
Fired.
Miss Shadow, I know you know some Devolver. Are you waiting for something? Have you seen Ape Out?
Ape Out?
Ape Out?
No.
Ape Out's another Hotline Miami kind of thing. Only you play as an ape, and you literally you bash people. You can grab doors because obviously people are going to come at you with guns to block shots. Anyway, if you play Hotline Miami, if you like that should be a genre. Is that considered a genre right now? Because there's just so many of them. Mr. Shifty.
I feel like what separates Hotline Miami is the art and the music, the combination of it, the psychedelic look.
Yeah.
The top down. They're just top down. That has been available since Gauntlet, actually.
Okay.
Like we said.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of our preview here, and the one thing I can say the most, I want to go back to and say, and that is Microsoft, please don't fucking shit the bed, okay? Go out there and do your best.
I'm ready to be impressed, but it has to be something out of left field. Like super left field.
I agree 100%. All right, guys. Well, that brings us to the end of a wonderful episode of GG's Mouthful Podcast, the real episode 110. As always, please go to goodgame.tech, join the conversation there, and please like, subscribe, and share the podcast with everyone. This is Arnaldo, a.k.a. Mado, signing off for this week. Mr. Santos.
I just feel like saying thanks to all our members of our wonderful group. You guys are awesome, and you are the ones that make me wake up every morning and check what is the latest news and start posting stuff. I was posting stuff even from the cruise, and my wife kind of called me on it. It's like, why are you posting this stuff? You're on vacation, right? And you feel they're gonna think that you're not having a good time. It's like, no, honey, it's just understand. This is just a quick thing. You gotta be active with the group.
I'm sure there are probably a lot of other people on their phone too.
And and besides, I never want to be too far from our friends, because that's what they become. We've become a very tight community, and I love that we share that bond. And if we could keep growing, if you invite your friends, bring people over,
definitely.
And if you want to take it upon yourselves to do stuff like, we have a Discord, I believe, but it was pretty barren. It was abandoned. I think it's because not a lot of us
use it.
Use it. But if you want to take the reins on it, go for it. If you want to stream on our channel, just go for it. Go nuts.
Let us know.
We got the Shadow there.
Yes, Miss Shadow. Miss Shadow, take us home.
All I'm gonna say, and I will repeat myself from earlier. Please watch Batman Ninja.
All right, fine. You twisted my arm. Yes. All right. It's my turn.
Let's go put it in now.
Yes. Yeah. Let's go.
All right, guys. So we'll see you next week. GG!